Laksa time.
Yes. So let's bring over all the ingredients for the laksa.
Yep.
Sorry, so we have a question from Lei Ping.
What is the main difference between Ngoh Hiang and H? Okay, one very telling difference is that for Ngoh Hiang, right, we don't steam it. Straight away, we just wrap it up and deep fry it. For Heizo, actually, we steam first before we deep fry it. And in some places, when they make their Heizo, right, what they do is they also use fish paste, but over here, we don't do that. I just use two simple ingredients, which is just prawn and pork.
Oh.
Yes. And for Ngoh Hiang, normally people will add in also onions, inside there. And of course, a lot more of this 5-spice powder. That's why it's known as Ngoh Hiang. Yes.
That's where the name came about. And we have got one more question from Adele. What about the dipping sauce? What is that?
Yeah. This is actually just a sweet black sauce. Okay, it's a sweet black sauce. Okay, 甜酱. Okay, like what you eat with your sun kueh and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's the Chinese version for this. Our Malay friends, what they use it. They have their sweet soy sauce also.
Ketchup manis.
Ketchup manis, yeah, right. Yeah. This is the Asian, the Chinese version, which is actually a thicker version. So it's very good with any deep fried food. Huh? So it's very good. Yep.
Can we go with like sambal chili?
Oh, of course you can.
So anything you like.
Anything. Yeah, whatever rocks your boat. Yeah, no problem at all.
Cool. Yeah. So while we are preparing for laksa, we have all the ingredients here already. Are we ready with the laksa ingredients? Okay, let's get started.
Okay, without further ado, I will start with making the paste for the rempah for the laksa. Okay, I have with me over here. These are galanga, all right, or lengkuas as they call it. Blue ginger, or in Chinese we call it lan jiang. Okay, this is turmeric for that beautiful bright orange. Garlic, candle nut to thicken up the broth, or rather the laksa soup. Shallots, a must for any curry based kind of food. Dried chili for the extra spice, and we have also big red chili for that redness that we want, and of course the unmistaken smell of lemongrass. All right. For the actual measurement and weight, you can always go to our website to have a look. All right, it's all inside there. Okay, we'll blend this all together now.
Yep.
Just put everything in.
So, Roland, I realize that all your ingredients are still in very, very big chunks.
Yep. Well, this machine is strong and powerful. The motor is really good. What this machine can do, right? I think with the kind of power, you can even make your own smoothie with it and things like that. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, compared to the machine of olden days where the motor power is very low, of course, you need to make it chop into smaller pieces before you do a paste like this.
Right.
Right. So we put everything in to facilitate the making this into a rempah paste. We have to add in some water.
Okay.
Okay, just a little bit of water will be fine. Okay, always check your equipment before you put water in. I'm just showing you how to make a mistake.
So the thing about this this blender attachment of this that comes with the machine, right, is that it has a detachable bottom. This part. Okay. So after you are done with your blending, right, all you need to do is to unscrew it so that it makes washing a lot easier.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is something that is really, really good for blender. And as you can hear, right, do you hear the ting ting sound? It is made of glass. So it's actually very strong. And say if you want to blend, say if you want to make your own ice kacang, do you think it's possible?
I think it's possible.
It's possible, right?
Yeah, you can make your own smoothie also. You know what is very famous right now, right? All the coconut shake thing. So basically, you just need coconut ice cream, coconut water, ice, blend, and you have it. Why do you need to spend $5.40 and line up, right?
Whatever you say, just make cooking sound so easy every time. Yeah. And we have got a question from Han Ming. Roland, do we add oil when blending all the ingredients?
You can also. The reason why I did not use oil, right, is that I don't want my paste to be too oily. Normally when you buy all those pastes outside, you can see a thick layer of oil. This is something that I do not want. Because for home cooking, we try to make it as healthy as possible. But of course, by putting water in, you need to fry it a little bit longer.
Yeah, true. Yeah. To let the water evaporate, right?
Exactly. But it's so much healthier, right? And this is what we want for our family.
That's for sure.
Okay, cool. So now we just blend this. Okay, so this is fine already. I think it's just like less than 20 seconds.
Oh, that's really quick.
Right,
And
very
I love
fine,
the
right?
color.
Very fine.
Love the
So
color.
this what we want. Next, I'll show you how we meal the dried shrimp. I've soaked this dried shrimp for about 10-15 minutes in water, right? So just use the miller that comes with the Kenwood processor, pour everything in. And this is very, very easy. Imagine in the olden days, where our grandma, if they want to make laksa, mortar and pestle, they need to tum, tum, tum. The whole neighborhood, the whole kampong will know about it.
Then they will come asking for laksa.
Exactly, yeah. So this is like so much easier nowadays, yeah. With a food processor at home, it really makes your life so much easier.
I think I've actually I've come across a lot of food processor, different brands, different number of attachment. But I think this is the first time I'm seeing having this miller.
Yeah.
Huh? Right.
And this miller is not just for, milling my hebi only. You can use it to ground your peppercorns. You can use it to ground your coffee beans and so on and so forth.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll make your own 5-spice powder. I make my own 5-spice powder actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You can just put in cinnamon sticks, star anise, clove, black pepper or white pepper to your flavor, and then just blend them all together.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Roland really make everything from scratch, guys. Yeah, so maybe one day he'll come up with his like 八香.
Yeah. 8香、9香、10香. Okay, so right, you see how fast? Done. Fast?
That's like 10 seconds. Yeah, and it's really, really nice. Everything is like beat to chop up to very finely, and it's a bit like frosty now. So that's exactly what we're looking for, right?
Right.
Oh, fantastic.
So you see,
show the audience. Well, that is like 10 seconds of work, man.
Easy, right?
Yeah, and this is actually made of glass as well.
It is.
Yeah, so like even your cinnamon bud, no problem. This
no
is not going to break.
scratches, yeah.
No scratches. Yes, that's the
Yes.
thing. No scratches.
And it's very important now when you have a blender or a miller, it's important to have it in glass. Why? Because otherwise, if it's plastic and you blend turmeric, it will stain.
Oh, yes.
It will
I
stain.
had that experience before.
And of course, if you were to blend all those items like cinnamon bark or even peppercorn, it will scratch all the surface and you can hardly see what's inside there. And this is not what you want, right?
Correct, true. And just now when you were talking about peppercorn, right? Like if the bottom cannot be unscrewed, then then the peppercorn will get stuck inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is very important for the underneath to be able to unscrew because otherwise you will lose a lot of the paste inside.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so this is normally what we do, and it's so much easier to clean.
Yeah.
And safer also. Last time, imagine all those old blenders, you have to put your fingers in and the sharp blade over there. Oh my god.
Dangerous. Yeah.
So kudos to Kenwood. Good job.
Fantastic.
Okay. Right. Same thing again. Due to time constraint, I will not be frying the rempah. I've already done so already. This is the rempah up. You can see the color different, right? Okay. Very orange. When it's not cooked yet over there. Yes. And after cooked, a very beautiful red.
Nice.
Okay. But I will still need to add in the hebi or the dried shrimp. Okay.
How long do we need to cook to from this color become this dark red?
Approximately between 15 to 25 minutes around there.
Right. On low heat?
For me, I use medium heat. But I will advise and suggest medium low. Yeah, otherwise you'll burn it because you need to keep stirring it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of patience.
Yes.
Stirring it to make sure it doesn't get burned.
Yeah, it's all about love.
Yeah, it's all about love. Correct. And also, because we added water into it to make it healthier, and also it takes a bit longer, to cook as well. That is all worth it because it's healthier.
So this on already, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we still need to add in the dried shrimp floss. So I'm just putting in the rempah that I've cooked just now. Just add it in. Just press it down a little bit. But still frying any rempah, right? You still need oil. You still need oil. Otherwise, it would not be fragrant. All right? We just add in our hebi. Look at how beautiful the hebi is.
Oh my god! 10 seconds of work. 10 seconds of work.
To be frank, I'm amazed also when I do this at home. Yeah. I tried this machine last week. I'm honored that Kenwood actually loaned me one of their machine and I tried. Wow, it was like, that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wife was out. So when she came back, I had my laksa ready and my Ngoh Hiang ready. Or rather the hezo ready.
Nice.
She was like, oh, you do all this today? I said, yeah. with the help of Kenwood. Advertisement time.
Yeah. Roland, are you a salesperson? Like, is your full time?
I am actually.
That explains. Yeah,
but
that
to be frank,
explains.
but it's true.
But he's honestly impressed.
It is,
Right.
I mean, if the product is good, I'll say that it's good, seriously, yeah. Because there's no point that I say something is good, right, and then it's no good.
Yeah,
my
that's
reputation
for
is
sure.
at stake, also, Yeah.
We have Emily Tan. Wow, that's quick and convenient. Yes, it's very, very
Yeah.
convenient. Especially now, all of us are cooking more often at home. Having a food processor will really help to quicken up the whole food preparation process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food processor. There's a lot of things actually with all the attachment that Kenwood is giving you, right? I mean, inside that, you can bake, you can make dough. There's a lot of things. And recently, I just shout out to my classmate. I just went for some dim sum courses, and yes, and they taught me how to make all this. What is that? The Shanghai mooncake, the char siu so, the pei dan so. So it was fun. It was fun. It was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have time, also go for some of these cooking class. I think it's good. Yeah, it's good.
So I think probably a couple more weeks or months, we probably will see like some bakes from Roland's channel.
Yes. If you want to see that, let me know. Right? I'll do a video on that. Okay. Now that we have mixed in all the dried shrimp floss, we'll add in our stock. Also, due to time constraint, I prepared 1.5 liters of prawn stock. All right, it's very simple prawn stock. So basically, you just need to put in prawn heads, fry your prawn heads until they're fragrant, add in water, and then just let it simmer for about an hour. So I'm just using approximately 400 grams of prawn heads, right? Fry them for about 10-15 minutes until they are really fragrant. Just add in water and let it simmer for an hour.
Nice.
Okay, very simple. So this is basically our base. Let's just let this come to a boil before we add in our coconut. Right.
So this prawn stock that you made, right? Can we also use the same recipe for our hae mee?
Can.
Yeah.
Now, hae mee, right? There's a few different ways of different types of hae mee. In Singapore, we call it Hokkien mee, is those that you fry one.
Yeah.
I think in Malaysia they call it sotong mee, right? For those soup one that we eat in all our hawker center or coffee shop, right? Those we call it Hokkien hae mee.
Oh, okay.
Right? So originally the soup color is always black color.
Yes,
right?
correct.
So, but in not really in recent years, but I think for the last 20 over years, there's also the lighter broth version.
Oh, why is that so?
It's how they cook it. The darker version is not using dark soy sauce, right? Basically, it's to fry the ping tang, the rock sugar, caramelize the bread, the ping tang, and that creates the color.
Oh, okay.
For the dark color. So for the light one, you just don't fry that. Just put it in. Yeah.
What's the taste? What's the additional taste that it adds to the soup if it's the ping tang?
Okay, I personally prefer the old-fashioned way, the black color soup. I felt that there's always this small hint of smokiness in the soup, which really reminds me of my childhood days.
Right.
But saying that, nonetheless, the lighter color soup, they are very good also, especially right now when they use a lot of those prawn heads inside. So it's also very sweet.
Also very flavorful as well.
So, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, when you cook your prawns and stuff like that, right? Without using the whole prawns itself, keep the head. All right, keep the head, keep the fish bone, keep the fish head, everything. This makes excellent stock. I love keeping all this bones, head, tail, whatever thing, right? Yeah.
You know, I also like to keep coriander roots as well. Yeah, so I will use it when I steam fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Coriander roots are very, very flavorful.
Correct. Right. The flavor, and at the same time, it also elevates the fish so that the fish is not touching, the water from the steamed fish as well.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay, this is almost coming to a boil now. We just add in our coconut milk. Coconut milk will be half of this. So basically, it's 750 milliliters.
So what kind of coconut milk is this? Is this the fresh one from the
no,
chiller?
I buy chilled one. Yeah.
The chilled ones.
Yes, the chilled one. They're as good. They're as good. Yeah. So as you put it in, slowly stir it in.
Can we use the UHT coconut cream as well?
You can also.
Coconut powder.
Yep. If you can't find fresh coconut milk, then of course you can use the coconut powder, no problem at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, there will be a slight taste different, but it will not be that kind of obvious, I would say.
Mm.
Or if you want, even a healthier version, you can use evaporated milk.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
But that lose a lot of the luscious coconut
Yes,
taste, right?
yeah.
But of course, that is definitely healthier.
Yes.
Yeah.
So depending on your diet lah. So
Yeah.
like sometimes my friends say, oh, I'm suffering from this, I'm suffering from that. I cannot take this, I cannot take that. I always tell them there's always alternative. Yeah. Mm.
Correct. And you can do that when you're cooking yourself, lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And nowadays with all this, I mean, kitchen gadget, right? Available, it makes cooking so much easier.
Correct.
So much easier.
Exactly. Wow, the soup is looking so good. The color is beautiful. It's like in bright orange. Okay. Yeah, and it's like thick, and I can really smell the prawn head screaming at me. It's really, really good. Yeah.
Now we'll add in our tofu puff.
Yay!
Okay, our tau pok, as we call it.
I love tau
tau pok is really good, but one thing is that you need to wash this first because they are very oily.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
So how they do this is actually they deep fry this in oil. So normally I would like to soak them in water and then squeeze out all the water before I use this.
Yeah.
Right. So we put a few pieces of this in and wait for the soup to come to a boil.
You know, when I cook curry chicken, right, I like to add tau pok. Then a lot of people will scold me like, "What are you doing? Like, why do you add like tau pok into your curry chicken?" I say tau pok is really good because it soaks up all the gravy, you know, and the fried tau pok taste actually adds an additional fragrance to the curry or to laksa as well.
True.
Yeah.
True.
We have got a question asking about chicken stock.
Okay.
Can we use chicken stock instead?
Yes, you can. Yes,
Yeah.
you can. You can use chicken stock. The reason why I use prawn stock is because of the rempah paste. We use dried shrimp, and I want it very close to that original flavor.
Yeah.
But of course, if you don't have prawn stock, or even if your family is allergic to seafood, right? You don't want to use the dried shrimp paste or belacan, by all means, omit it. It's okay. It's okay. It won't be close to the original thing, but at least it's something that your family can enjoy together also.
Yeah,
so it's fine. Yeah.
Or even, I think in the market, right, you can find even the mushroom stock or even the pork stock as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can make a vegetarian version of it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mushroom stock for vegetarian.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. Yes, and we have a question from Angelina. So for vegetarian, yes, any substitute.
Yes.
You can use the mushroom stock.
Correct. You use the mushroom stock, you just omit out the dried shrimp floss and the belacan. And basically everything is vegetarian here.
Yes,
Yeah.
fantastic. And we have a question for Kajal. Do we use warm or cold water to wash the tau pok?
Oh, just cold water will be fine. It's okay.
Yeah, the room temperature water
Correct.
from the tap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So normally what I do is I'll take a pot and I'll just put water in or just put tau pok in and just squeeze a few times to release the oil and then just squeeze it one more final time before I use it. Yeah.
Understand. Yeah. And Roland, I realized that the gravy is not boiling.
Yep, it is fine because we don't want to overboil it because there's coconut milk inside.
Ah, okay.
Yes, when you overboil coconut milk, right, you will see actually a layer of coconut oil and then your whole broth will be spoiled already. So it's very important to have a look, don't overboil. It can come to once it comes to a boil, reduce the heat down to a low simmer.
Oh, okay. So that's a good trick.
Yes.
And we have a question. Do you use oil to fry the prawn heads?
Oh, yes. Yep. You need to do that because without oil, right, you cannot have those kind of very fragrant smell that's coming out. Your whole house will be filled with this fantastic aroma when you fry the prawn head. My wife today having a Zoom meeting, so I was just frying the prawn head to prepare for the stock today. She said, "What are you cooking tonight?" Why? I said, "Tonight we have this live demo, you know. Remember, dear? Remember?"
And we have got a question from Amy. Say, Roland, can you show us how to make char siu?
Oh, can, no problem. Not now. I don't have I don't have the ingredients. But char siu is not difficult to make. Depending on how you like, there's a few type of char siu. The traditional red color one.
Yeah.
The very charred, very honeyed, very sweet kind of char siu also, and the kind of char siu that you use to make for your buns, for your char siu bao, your char siu so and things like that.
Oh, you mean the char siu from the buns are different from the others that we normally eat?
Yes, because for the bun one, you bite into it, you want some gravy to be out.
Correct, yes.
So you need to cook the gravy separately.
Right.
And the gravy is a combination of two different flour. This one I learned from school one. Okay, two different flour. One is the potato flour. The other one would be a corn flour.
Oh.
Right. The potato flour is to make it gluey. Make it gluey.
Yeah.
So that's important. Yeah.
Yes. And we have got another.
Chef, you forgot to say let's start cooking.
Yeah, this
Let's
is your
start
open.
cooking.
This is his opening
thank you,
line. Wow. You are a big fan. You know how they start his video. Fantastic. Yeah.
This is almost done. I think we need to season this a little bit.
Yes.
Let me see. This is sugar or this salt. Yeah. Let's add in a little bit of salt first.
I'm very hungry.
Soon. Not too much. Because the belacan is salty also, and the dry shrimp is salty also, so you don't want to add too much salt in.
Yeah.
Just slowly dissolve the salt that we have inside here.
Yeah. The gravy is very thick.
Yep. Yeah, I like those thick gravy type. If it's too thin, then it's Okay, let's see. Let me see whether is it salty enough for me. Oh, it's good. I'm always happy when I taste good food.
Look at the happiness on his face.
Okay, depending on how spicy you want your laksa to be, right? If you want it spicier, put in more chili. If you have more kids at home, or if you have kids at home, then reduce the chili. There's no hard rules to cooking, especially for Chinese cooking, right?
Yeah.
So it's just adjust to your flavor, to what you like. If you like it saltier, put in more salt. If you like it less, don't put in so much. Okay, now we are done. Let's serve
So
this.
we have the noodle.
Yes.
Already pre-cooked.
Right.
Parboil it.
Yeah. Vermicelli, as you can see from again. Oh, I think it's reflecting. Okay, anyway, let me just put something dark underneath. Right. This is we call it in Hokkien chaw bee hoon. So it's a thick vermicelli.
Yeah.
Okay, I've already boiled this at home, or rather cooked this at home already, so these are fine. So now we need to do.
So if you like the yellow noodle, or you like your
bee hoon
or anything, or even pasta.
Oh yes, of course. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, anything you like.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so just give it a final stir. Now, there's a lot of different laksa around the world. Singapore one, we call it laksa lemak because it's coconut based, right? Shout out to my East Malaysia friends, Sarawak laksa. I love it also. Very tangy, very nice flavor with a lot of sardine, and some use tuna inside there also. Very good too.
Yep.
West Malaysia, I think they have a different kind of laksa also. Same also in, I think, Indonesia and in this what you call it, the Thailand also, yeah. So we just put a couple of this, and later we'll garnish with fish cake, eggs, laksa leaves, and cucumber.
This is my dinner.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, the color of the laksa gravy is so beautiful. It's really, really, really nice, and it smells very good as well.
Right, you can see and you can see a difference now between what is being served outside and what we home cook, because we use water to blend it. There's not so much oil. You don't see a thick layer of oil.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it is healthier. Definitely healthier.
Maybe I should tilt the bowl a little bit. Can you see? So you don't see the layer of oil exactly. Yeah, but you still get the fragrance.
Yes.
So it's definitely a healthier version when you make it at home.
Prawns.
So the prawns, you just have to like deshell it, and after that, just boil it.
Yep. Normally, with the shell on, I'll boil it. Because if you were to take out the shell and you boil it, it's very easy to get the skin broken. That's why you see it's very nicely peeled, right? Very beautiful, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And of course, egg. We need egg. Egg is a must for me.
Nice.
Fish cake. Now, normally laksa they don't serve with cucumber, but since I have this Kenwood processor over here, right, it's very easy to shred the cucumber, and this make a very nice addition. The Ngoh Hiang laksa, Sarawak laksa, they have this, and because it's very light and refreshing, it's a very nice contrast to the thick gravy laksa. Okay, I'll just do one bowl first, and then we just sprinkle in a little bit of laksa leaf.
It's a final touch.
This one. Okay, yeah. Laksa leaf. All right.
This is a must-have.
Yes.
The final touch. But of course, for people who loves to eat siham, please by all means add
Yes.
it. You can add taugeh, you
Yeah.
know, anything you want. Actually, you can do, like for this dish, right, you can do like a laksa party.
You can?
So you make the gravy, then after that you lay out all the ingredients and people can just pick and choose what they want. Yeah.
So our laksa is done already.
I'm drooling already, chef.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Let our audience know how it tastes like, because I might be very
Biased,
partial,
right?
or you're right, biased to myself, huh?
We got Albert Tan asking, like, where is the how? Yes, that's the same question that I have as well.
I would love to add in
how.
ham, but the thing is that, I mean, because we're doing live cooking over here, right? We don't know how fresh the ham will be and things like that, because we are doing this in the evening. So I don't want to be a health risk to pay one over here, yeah? So we're using ingredients that are easily available and fresh, which is very important. Okay.
Oh my god, these two dishes look so pretty. Can we have the camera zoom into them? Let me just put it nicely for you. Can you guys see these two dishes are just so fantastic? And I'm gonna eat it and I want to tell you like how great both of them taste because they smell really, really good already.
Okay, I think there's a chef. Where can we get the recipe? You like to answer that?
Yes, the recipe, we already have the recipe. And later we will share the link in a comment box over here. Okay, more question from Nish. Can I use the same paste to make dry laksa?
You can. Because the good thing about making our own paste, right, is we can control how much salt we put inside there. Of course, when you make your own dry laksa, right, you still need to poach or rather boil your deep vermicelli first, add a little bit of water, the Rempah paste itself, and then just mix them up together. You can just forgo the coconut milk. Don't have to put coconut milk if you want to fry it. Nice. It will still taste fantastic. Laksa leaf is a must, huh? If you really want it to taste authentic. Yep.
Cool. How to adjust the paste for making dry laksa?
It's the same. It's like how you make dry mee siam and things like that. You just depending on how big your portion is per person, right? If I were to cook it per person, I'll take about 2 tablespoons of the Rempah paste with a little bit of oil. I'll fry it, let it spread out a little bit. Add in my bihun, add in a little bit of water, just toss it, salt and sugar to taste. Done. If you want to add in prawns, all this, by all means do so. Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna try the laksa right now. Yeah, I'm gonna try the gravy first. Okay, there's a lot of love in this gravy for the amount of work, the prawn stock, the Rempah and everything. Oh, the gravy is actually very thick.
Yep.
Yeah.
How is it?
Wow, it's really nice. I have to say, it's actually it tastes a little bit different from the laksa that we have outside. It's because there are a lot of spices.
Yes.
I can really taste the turmeric, the galangal. The coconut taste, right? It's not overpowering, so it doesn't feel very gelat, and it doesn't feel like there's a layer of oil in my mouth as well. That's what I really love about it, and the freshness of the spices that have been cooked inside, right? It's really, really nice. Yeah, it's very, very aromatic. Yeah, 它给我那个很真材实料的感觉。
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is actually very old school. I remember having laksa like this, right, when I was young. Okay. At one of my friends' place, actually. I think at the time I was like in primary school. So we younger days, right? Either we go to our friend's house or they come over to my place. So we went over there. So his mom actually cooked up a very good bowl of laksa. So I think that time I was like 11 or 12. So I asked auntie, what ingredients do you use? So last time is agar ration. They don't tell you how many grams or whatever thing one. They just tell you lam kio, kio, hiam jio kwa, wakalat, yam lo, tang lo, an kwan lo. It's just like that lah.
Yeah, I know. They are like everything agar.
Yeah.
Everything agar. Sorry, I cannot stop. Sorry, just one.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, just now I never had laksa with cucumber before, so just now I try it, and I was actually quite surprised because the freshness, of the cucumber, right, really adds a very different dimension to the whole laksa, and it adds a lot of freshness as well. I think next time when you cook laksa, please try it with the cucumber. Yeah, I think it's a very, very interesting taste. Yeah. Sorry, I just couldn't stop. Okay, I'm done. I hope I don't have like laksa leaf in my teeth right now. Roland, thank you so much for sharing so much today. It has been a very fruitful 1.5 hours. It's supposed to be 1 hour, but we just have so much to share and we extended a little bit. Yeah, really, really happy. And these two dishes are fantastic.
Thank you.
And these are really, really good. You know, if you're looking to cook something during a long weekend, during National Day, please do so. Please try one of this. And if you love them, you know, please leave a comment, you know, on Spice and Pans Facebook and YouTube as well. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for viewing. So same thing again. I hope you like our video. Do click like on our video, and until next time, I'll see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.